It's 1938 and you're a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, but already you've got quite the reputation as a ladies' man.
Oh, Jesus, you haven't got Jan Sandwich here, have you?
Even better. Who's this?
I remember you slipping me tongue and giddle round back of your nan's house. Oh, you reckoned it were your first kiss, but me, I could tell it weren't. Mind you, it turns out you said that to all girls, but we loved you anyways, because you were a charming man.
Well,
Christ, it could be any one of them. Is it Patty Cakes?
it's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bonds!
Do I come in or what? All right. Okay.
Let me.
Yes.
I'll take that one.
Chelsea. Oh,
Oh,
God.
Petey, look at me.
Hello, pets.
Hey. Oh, look at you.
Why don't you take a seat?
Here, is that all right?
Yeah. And Doreen. So, Chelsea, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in young Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
Oh, well, that's easy, Pet. You see, our Peter here, he always had a surprise up his sleeve. So, do you know what he did after our first date? No, of course you don't, so I'll tell you. That first day, he smuggled me back into school where we used to go to. I hadn't been back there since I'd left, but somehow, I don't know why I found it a surprise, but he'd gotten hold of Master Key and he'd made this lovely little nook under school stage, and there were cushions and a sleeping bag and all these candles and, hey, no, weren't what you lot are thinking with your gutter mind, no. Because he were a perfect gent. He kissed me. By it, did he kiss me. But he never pushed his luck. Nope. Do you know what he did? I'll tell you. Kid you not, he read to me from a book that he nicked out school library.
Of course, Chelsea.
He kissed me, he read to me, and then he walked me home. Because he was a class act then. And he's a class act now.
Oh, bless you, pet. Do you remember what the book were?
Aye, I do. And I also remember that thing what you do with your hands.
Steady, now. You'll get me into trouble when this is safe.
Chelsea Bonds, everybody! Yeah, you can go.
Oh,
Hey, chicken!
I will see you in green room.
Not if I see you first.
Don't even know what a bloody green room
Now,
is.
before we bring our next guest on, let's have a look at some classic Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to watch.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'll take a look at that monitor. I can't see a thing without my glasses.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Well, if you don't know my voice by now, we may well have lost the election.
Well,
It's Julia Salisbury.
no, it isn't. It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bonds.
She has literally just been on, Eamon.
I think they called me early.
There's something's gone wrong with the scheduling. Some prick called Dave, apparently.
Shall we? Chelsea.
Julia.
Yeah, it says Chelsea in the script.
Would you like to call me Chelsea?
Actually, yeah, that'd be really helpful.
Right. Well,
Excellent. So, Chelsea, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
well, I mean, obviously I wasn't there, of course.
You're one of his childhood sweethearts, according to the script.
But seems unlikely, given our ages.
Can you talk about it anyway?
Well, I would imagine that that Peter was quite charming in his heyday and probably left behind a trail of broken hearts.
Just a couple. And I regret them both an enormous amount.
Oh, how romantic. Julie Handbrake, everybody!
See you for the finale. They want us to sing, apparently.
Can you sing?
Guess we'll find out.
Well, before we bring our next guest on, let's have a look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I'm going for a closer look, see if it cheers me up a bit.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, and already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Ladies man, Peter Clement. With penis so small, you need space telescope to know if it even exists.
Ah, fuck off, Ivan!
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bond.
No, it bloody isn't.
No, it bloody isn't. Some sort of rock and roll star.
This is Ivan Vodovich, Eamon, one of my oldest friends,
Chelsea.
Ivan.
Let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
You know, I listening before I come on your set, and I hear name Sydney, and I think I not heard his name in 25 years.
Let's keep it that way, shall we, mate?
Oh, you two like good-nighted goat fight, always bleating and snapping at each other. And then one day, poof, he gone. And just like that. And never spoken of again.
And that's the way I like it, Eamon. Should we get the next guest out?
Oh, wait, first we open Erkistani Special Reserve.
Not in the mood, mate.
Hey, you okay, my friend?
Sorry, not your fault. Meet in the pub after.
Ivan
Vodovich.
Volodymyr, everybody.
Close enough.
Now, before we bring our next guest on, let's take a look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going for a gander. Get my mind off things.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Sorry we're late, love, but better late than up the duff, as they say at the docks.
Well,
It's me old man, Eamon.
it's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bonds. Let me ask you this. Oh, yeah, no, this still works, yeah. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister? Oh, great, straight back in the feckin' politics.
Oh, he were a lovely child. And he stood up for what was right, always. He stood up to you too when you've been a great big bully.
Boy needed toughening up. There's more to life than singing songs and making up little plays.
He couldn't stand injustice, you see. It was like a red nonce in a playgroup to him. He had to try and fix it.
Always sticking his nose in everyone's business.
Well, that's what you want in a leader. Someone who sees something wrong and makes it better.
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Well, just before we bring our next guest on, we've got a classic clip from Just the Job. It's over on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going to take a closer look. I can't see that without my glasses.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this?
Show me up.
Well,
It's little Jimmy Chisel, obviously.
it's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea buns.
It most certainly is not.
Okay, what, is that a cup of tea? Yeah, it's a little Jimmy Chisel.
Been a while?
It has that, it has that.
Is that for me?
Thought you might need a coffee after that last guest.
I can only drink a cheeky little glider.
Oh, whatever you say, boss.
Although I do like coffee.
Jimmy, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name?
Wait a minute, you cheeky little bastard!
Oh, did I not say? It's got a little kick to it. You know what I mean, Eamon?
I don't really.
Oh, relax, mate. There's no need to pretend to have a drink with me.
Don't know what you mean.
Actually, that's quite nice. Bit nostalgic. Brings tears to me eyes.
You see, Pete was always pulling booze-related pranks on the set of Just a Job.
He's lucky nobody lost a finger.
Or a foot.
What's that now?
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody.
Thanks for the coffee.
Oh, you won't be saying that when the acid kicks in.
What's that now?
Only joking.
Now, before we bring our next guest on, let's take a look at a classic clip from Just a Job. Peter, it's on that monitor there if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I will go and take a look at that man. I can't see a thing without my glasses.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Who's running this show?
Oh, Christ, it's...
Dorothy Hammerman. You've called me at the wrong time, you odious little excuse for a cruise ship entertainer. Oh, please stop licking, Eamon. My arse is quite clean enough. Petey, sweetie. Peace, Eamon.
Dotty. Mwah. Mwah. Here's one finger for the north
and
two fingers to the south, and we can all apologise tomorrow.
Sorry about the jigsaw piece. I'm having a very difficult day. I wish I'd never bought that mobile phone.
Ah, they'll never catch on. Who wants the phone going off when you're having a quiet pint?
Yes, that's what they said about television too.
So, Dorothy, let me ask you, what do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
Eamon?
Yes, Mrs. Hammerman.
Well, that question is clearly not meant for me, is it?
Well...
Think about it, Eamon. When Peter was a child in Rothering, what was I?
Also a child?
I wasn't even a fucking fetus, you idiot!
Yes, of course, yes.
So why did you ask me that question?
I have to stick to the script.
Pardon?
I have to stick to the script. My therapist...
You're what?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, just grow a bloody spine, man! You're lucky you don't work at 3. I would send you to a fucking boot camp!
Dorothy Hammerman, everyone!
I would burn that fucking awful jacket! Good luck with your evening.
I don't suppose you feel like taking me with you, do you?
Darling, you interviewed the Archbishop of Pendleshire after 12 pints and more than a few whiskey chasers. You know my rule, sweetie. Just keep taking the medicine.
Until either it starts to help,
or you no longer need it. Oh, Eric, don't think I didn't see you there.
Oh, shit. Well, before we bring our next guest on, let's look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there. Peter, if you'd like to watch.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I'm going to have a look at that monitor. I've no idea what clip you're going to play.